how do you dial into your future self, your best self, the design of you that is perfect and complete, the design of you that is inspired, the design that is where you're living in your purpose? How do you do that? And I don't claim to have all of the answers, but I know the simplest, fastest, most direct route to it, at least in my own life, and how the effects have been profound. And it's just simply getting in tune with your own breath and the present momentness of your own breath, and then taking that a little bit further and getting into deeper breath work. And I don't know how it works, to be honest with you, completely. All I know is when I turn on a light switch in my house, the light turns on. And all I know is when I do the guided coherence and the breath work, that the light turns on. And then all of a sudden, synchronicities begin to occur. Things start to happen. Even precognition starts to occur. And there's a knowing and there's a resonance. And for the first time in my own life, it was not about effort anymore. It was about alignment. And that's really what I want to share with anybody who will listen. It's not about hard work. If it was about hard work, I'd be the richest man in the world. It's not about hard work. It's about alignment. And then the hard work people will always say, oh, no, man, you got to work hard. And I'm like, yeah, I do work hard. If you work hard, that's a bonus. But if you're working like in something, but first be in alignment and then work your butt off. But if you're not in alignment, then no, stop working. And that's when everything occurred with me. That's when I had some of my biggest breakthroughs were in those surrendering and trustful moments, saying, God and universe and creation, I'm done and I surrender and I'm going to trust fall. And every time, just letting that go was actually the strongest thing I ever did. And it's, that goes with everything: finances, relationships, health, purpose, addiction, right? And that's what we've been doing. We're all wrapped into this thing together. And our experiences are often very similar to one another. And it really just comes down to a few things in life. Number one is purpose. And in my life, the definition is my relationship with God is purpose. Everything else flows from there. The second are relationships. The third is your health. The fourth are finances. And all those things triangulate upon one another and actually point to purpose. And it's, how do you get to that point? Well, another round of good New Year's resolutions ain't going to do it. Another round of your 5-year plan ain't going to do it. Another round of, licking your Himalayan salt lamp. Not going to happen that way. And actually, believe it or not, all that hard work that we've all been conditioned into is not going to get you there either. Because if that were the case, the hardest working people would just be all that would be set. And that is far from how it actually works. It's about alignment. It's not about effort. Now you combine effort and alignment, and you got LeBron James, right? You want to put effort and alignment together? That's a good thing. Nothing, it's powerful. But it's hard to, but even then, just alignment will get you to where it is. How do you get aligned? You get in tune. You get your frequency right. You let go of the baggage. You let go of the excess cargo. You say goodbye to the dead weight. You forgive everybody and yourself. You give yourself compassion. and maybe even give yourself some rest. And now things begin to happen. Synchronicities begin to occur. People show up. All of a sudden, the timing is perfect and the alignment is right. And it's a matter of consciously letting that stuff go in order to get it. Jesus said you had to give up your life to get your life, right? That makes sense. But it doesn't, because that's counterintuitive, and especially for men. But in this day and age, it's women too, but it's all about it. We've been conditioned on hard work. We've been conditioned on no pain, no gain. And there's a place and a time and a place for that. That's cool. I get it. Don't hate in the comments. I understand. I'm not trying to convert India to Catholicism overnight right here. I mean, the hard work and effort game is ingrained like no one business. I know. I love him. Gary Vaynerchuk would be like, work your face off. And that's funny and that's cool and not cool at the same time. But that's a perfect example of a guy who actually combined alignment with hard work, and you see what happens. I mean, that if you could get them both dialed in, that's cool. But don't be working all hard when you're out of alignment, unless it's survival, which is what I've been doing for a decade. Anyway, I just felt inspired, wired, fired, and inspired. So I just wanted to live, memorialize this moment and get on the YouTubes. And anyway, there's a new little something I'm doing. I'm getting out of my cage, out of my closet in my YouTube closet, in my garage, and I like to get out of my cage every so often, and this is what it's all about. And with that said, someone told me, they said they liked the way I ended my videos, so I would say this has been a lot of fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. I'll be here. I love you. I mean it. Goodbye and God bless.